Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Caesar the Pleaser, and today I have episode 36 of the podcast, 37, whatever the fuck. And today,
It's 37. Learn your shit.
okay, you know what, son? How about you wait for the intro?
Okay. Okay.
Today I have with me probably the most swaggeriest man of the world. He is a god
True.
in League of Legends.
Also true.
Also true. Currently, you can find two Let's Plays, the Nuzlocke Challenge of Pokemon Emerald and an Ocarina of Time 3 Heart Challenge. He's also the host of Lambent. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Lambent from Lambent Productions. God damn it.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm here.
Finally.
Wait, should I turn off my phone because it's kind of vibrating? I think I'm gonna turn it down a bit, maybe.
It doesn't pick up, so it's whatever with me.
So unprofessional.
Lambent, how are you doing right now, by the way?
I'm doing pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at your picture and you seem pretty swaggity.
Yeah, I am a proud black man.
Well, there's gonna be a few things I'm gonna be asking you in this episode. Some things that may be a little bit too much for you, or some things that you may not be comfortable with. But nevertheless, fuck you.
Cool.
Lambent, first of all, obviously, people that, as far as they're in Borgia, they've mainly known you for your, dare I say, unique and badass attitude that you have and how you carry yourself.
I guess. I mean, it's mostly just my picture is Nicolas Cage cat, and I'm monotone, and I don't give a fuck about anyone. So it's basically how I'm known, I guess.
Well, you also have, dare I say, a weird way of carrying yourself. You speak your mind. You don't give a fuck about what other people think of you. And that's pretty, badass of yourself.
Yeah, it's the internet. I don't really care if people judge me.
I mean, fair point. I mean, if you don't give a fucking league, why would give a fuck here? But what I wanted to ask you, because you do obviously, like I just in the intro, that you do have a YouTube channel, and you do things, Lambent Cast, and the Ocarina of Time playthrough, and Pokemon. But I wanted to ask you, even though there are some things that we've already discussed, but I just want for the viewers, how did you find yourself on YouTube, Lambent?
Well, in late 2011, in about September, I had been thinking of making a YouTube channel for a while. Like, I wanted to make videos because I watched them, and then I finally just made a channel, and then started playing games and stuff, and yeah, mostly emulators and stuff because my computer's shitty. Well, it was shitty at the time. Now it's a lot better. And then I did that for like a year on and off, and then I met pretty much everybody that I know now.
What is that? What is the one thing that you've always wanted to do on YouTube that you, I guess, have not been able to do, or basically, is there anything that you've been wanting to do on YouTube, but for whatever reason you just can't do it?
I mean, a lot of things that I want to do that I run into not being able to do is that I need more people to do them. Like, I'm not that great of an editor or a graphic designer or anything, or it's like, it's just not as easy to carry out an idea on your own when you don't have a lot of these like talents and shit, like being able to create graphics or being able to edit really well. So like, I imagine things, but it's kind of hard to carry them out.
Yeah. Is it just because that you're too lazy to fucking learn, or is it because of resources that you're limited to?
I mean, like, I've torrented the programs that you need, and then I just try it out, and it doesn't work as well as I'd like it to. And yeah, I don't know.
So maybe one day that when you become an ultimate badass in real life, that well, not real life, but just in real life, that you actually can like bother people and be like, hey, do this for me. You think it'll come out much more better, or what's up?
My hope is that one day, when I have a much bigger following or whatever, people will do stuff for me for free, like give me art, and because they love me so much, because that's what happens to big YouTubers. Like, they get art for free and shit. They get all this stuff for free. Dude,
I get my shit for free already, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about, Lambent.
Oh, I guess I just don't know talented people yet, but like I know Anthony was once a graphic designer, but he has never submitted any work to me.
For people that don't know who Anthony is for whatever weird reason, I'm pretty sure people would know him, because by the time this comes out, the Pokemon Showdown series I have with him would already be up. But how did you come? How did you actually meet Anthony? Just while we're on that topic.
Well, basically, one of my closest friends on YouTube really early on was CyberDemon531. I met him in like this all goes back, but I met him in like fall of 2012. And with the whole StayBallsy.com thing, we met, and yeah, we were pretty close for a few months. And one day, well, on Nate's old update videos, he's apparently done with YouTube, but on his old update videos on his old channel, because Nate was moving and he wasn't going to have internet, and so Cyberdemon used to watch those. I didn't really watch them that much, and Cyberdemon saw Anthony on there, and then I guess Anthony like started talking to him or something, and then eventually like I went to one of Anthony's live streams and I talked to him for a bit, and he's all right. And yeah, so I've known him since then. It's been a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Probably the most recent, like, I don't know. And Cyberdemon and I kind of had a falling out, but Nate and Anthony are cooler than him anyway, to some extent, other than the fact that they're dinosaurs.
Yeah, of course, they're old as fuck. Shout out to that both of them. So you mentioned the Stay Ballsy site, and I'm pretty sure everyone that's on my channel would know what the fuck they're talking about. Or anyone that comes over here just to watch you or listen to you, actually, just speak with me, would know what that is. How is it that you find yourself on the Stay Ballsy website? How did you find out about John and shit?
Well, what happened was I watched DSP at some point, or I like followed him. I was never like I was never a super fan or anything, but I liked his update videos and stuff and what he thought about things. And one day he did something with John, and I was like, he's cool, so I subscribed to him. And then when the whole IVN thing was talked about, because he wanted to make a website, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll submit videos to there, and that's pretty much how it happened. And then I kind of got involved in the community a bit more, but at this point, I'm not really part of the community at all.
Well, I will say that you do associate yourself with a lot of members of that community. I mean, you see Mark, you see Cyberdemon, you see Anthony, Nate, me.
Yeah.
So, in a way, you still kind of do, even though you may not even want to, but yeah.
I mean, it's not that I don't want to. I just don't have the time to keep up with it. I mean, I have a lot of friends that are in the community, but I wouldn't consider myself like really a fan or anything.
Okay.
But.
Okay. What was I gonna say though? So was this during the time when you were barely starting out on this current channel, or is this something that you were already like, I don't know, like 10 or I don't know 50 videos already in?
Well, I have had two channels. My original channel that I started in 2011 had a lot of videos on it, but I ended up starting a new channel because of Google issues, like monetization issues. So.
Okay.
I started a new channel, and my channel was basically in a drought, and so the old channel doesn't really, all the videos are private at this point, but this channel has like, I would say across the board, I've probably made like 500 plus videos on YouTube, so yeah.
Now, so you said earlier that you had a bigger goal, I guess, that you wanted to achieve or whatever. As far as the YouTube stature, what exactly are you trying to actually like achieve on YouTube? Are you just trying to have so that you can show to people, when you're trying to get a job, or is this something that you're like actually like doing as a hobby, or what's up?
I mean, I'd like the possibility of money. Like, I'm never gonna turn down money if it ever came to me while doing YouTube. The main thing that keeps me going is probably just entertaining people. I like doing that. I mean, I don't see this ever being something that I could put on a resume, because I don't think the way that I'm portrayed in my videos is very politically correct or like super fucking like, oh, I should be really proud of this. Like, I don't really talk to that like real life people about what I do on the internet. It's kind of just like I don't know, like an alternate reality for me, I guess. I mean, I'm not the same. Like, if someone like ran into me on the street, they wouldn't know who the fuck like Lambent was, and if they knew me from that, they would be like, you're nothing like you are in your videos. So I mean, it's just kind of like an alternate thing that I do.
No, I know you like to keep the personal so that you do on here different from your actual, I guess you could say, real life
Yeah.
lifestyle, I guess you could say. Um, but you mentioned that what the fuck was I going to mention to you? Yeah, you mentioned that you have a different, I guess you could say, persona in a sense that you carry yourself on here on the internet.
Yeah.
Clearly, if anyone's listening to this story, they've been listening to the past, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes that's been going on, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, I don't know this Lambent. Why is Lambent not the Lambent I know? What the fuck? Although they were with me and you and Nate when we play League, they would know
Yeah.
the actual side. I guess well, not the actual side, but the more persona wise. But why is that you have a different persona for YouTube, Adam?
I don't know. It's just easier to be different. It's like, I mean, I would say my like the way that I act on YouTube is becoming more and more less like myself, because I remember when we were talking like 2 days ago, and you were like, I thought you were cocky or whatever when I first met you.
Yeah.
Like, basically, I act like an egotistical asshole all the time on the internet, but I'm not actually like that. And I guess people who have known me for a while would know that. But it's like, I don't know. I have a lot of fun being like that. It's just so much easier to do on the internet, because you don't like. There's nothing to judge you on other than what you make people see. Like, what you choose, what people can judge you on. So I just fucking act like I'm a god all the time.
Well,
And
you're really a god. Come on, me and you both know you're actually a god.
yeah, I don't know. And I also had this idea in my head that if I'm really confident, it will like actually carry over to being actual confidence rather than just like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a good idea to be confident about things.
Yeah, of course. I mean, whether it's just YouTube or actual personal life, I think that quality is something that we all need to have. There's just a lot of YouTubers that, well, not I wouldn't call them YouTubers. I would say there's a lot of shitty fucking YouTubers that don't have that attribute that what would you call it, the it factor, I guess you could say. That they're actually people that would invest money into this, that would actually give a fuck about how well they do on YouTube. And I understand that for if Nate you're listening, I understand, and Anthony actually, I understand that you guys don't do it for money. Although just like me and you, they're not opposed to the idea. But there's a lot of YouTubers, especially like bigger YouTubers, that they're not as good as what I see with, like, for example, like with you, Anthony, Mark, and all these guys. Like there's a lot of people that I know that even try to like pick this up, that they're not nearly as well or polished as you guys are, especially your guys. Like you, I don't know how the fuck you do it. Like especially with Lambent Cast, I understand the one that you just went up. I thought it was really more intriguing and interesting.
That one was just kind of me bitching for an hour, but like, I don't know, it was fun.
I mean, listen, I liked it, so
Well, that means a lot. So thank you, sir.
Well, you're welcome. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, you guys are really well done. Like you said, you've had an older channel. You've done now, more than 500, I guess you could say, videos, like you just said.
Yeah.
So what I want to know though is why is it that you decided to private or just say fuck that channel and move on to this channel that you're in right now?
Well, it was originally brought up. So basically, what happened is when I made my account on YouTube, I'm 18 right now, but when I was 17, I applied for monetization because you need that in order to get custom thumbnails.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know like what the age, like I just filled out the form. I wasn't looking at it, and they're like, hey, you need like a parent or something. So I'm like, fuck that, I'll wait till I'm 18. But what they wanted me to do was go back to the email from wherever like it would be hidden, and I looked for the email and then follow the link again and then resend my application. But I didn't have the email anymore. I couldn't email like anyone to help me because there wasn't like anywhere to see like where customer support is, because Google really doesn't have that.
There still isn't.
Yeah, there still isn't. So like a month after that was like March, and I was just like, okay, I'll just worry about this when I have a bigger presence on YouTube, and therefore I'll just be able to like have more power over them and they'll listen to me. But then June came around, and I was noticing how much I was in like I don't know, I was kind of in a drought. Like, I feel like reviving my channel is the best decision I ever made because it recreated interest. But I mean, like, yeah, so it was like, okay, I do this now, probably in like a year I'll rebound to where I'm at right now. I was at like 115 subs right then. And yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll just take a back seat for a year or whatever, and I'll rebound to where I'm at, and then so I made my new channel and I started Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Nuzlocke, and then 3 months later, I had already hit 100, so I rebounded, which was nice.
So basically, you kind of had the some issue that I had, like on this channel, or my original Siege of the Future channel. I was going through that issue. I was at the time 16, and I was like, well, what the fuck? I can't, I'm not gonna ask my mom, hey mom, can you approve this? Well, what the fuck is this? And then it'll be weird to explain. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking YouTube and all this kind of stuff. Especially like, especially with, I guess, because for everyone that knows, I'm Mexican, so it's more weird to see an actual Mexican do stuff. I understand there's like gassy Mexican, and that's basically the only other fucking Mexican that's done well on
And
YouTube.
he's half white too, so
Yeah, so it's that's still not as weird. So
it's such a gimmick. He's a sellout bitch. No, I'm kidding.
oh man, that's gonna start some shit. But yeah, so I was going through the same thing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to get monetization and all that crap, and basically having what you having, but. Then I made this channel, yada yada. Fast forward to earlier this year in 2013. Machinima came through and stuff. But anyway, yeah. So, Lambent, are you actually partnered, or are you just doing this, for funsies, I guess?
Well, I did get partnered like a month ago.
Okay.
Basically,
Congrats,
at this
by the way.
point, yeah, at this point in the game, I guess you could call it a game. YouTube is like super like easy to get partnered. I bet you could get partnered, like anyone can. But I mean, yeah, I just got partnered because I wanted to see like if I could make just like $1 or something, and I made $1. So hell yeah, I'm so fucking famous and can quit everything and just do this full time now.
It's funny you said because I've made maybe like $3 this whole time. So.
I mean, the thing is, like, I just, with posting all gameplay, I would like to have some protection as far as, like, copyright stuff, so I just did that, and, yeah, I really haven't had any problems with the people that I'm partnered with, but...
So, who are you partnered with, if you can't say, then never mind, but are...
Oh, I'm partnered with RPM, aka Maker Studios.
Okay.
So they're like a sister network to like Polaris and
okay.
the father network being Maker Studios because they fund the whole thing, I guess.
Yeah. So how did you, I guess, find yourself on that network? Did they find you, or did you apply?
No, I applied because they were okay. So I was just looking around and I submitted something to Machinima and they never got back to me. So I was like, "Fuck you guys!" And then I submitted an application to RPM, and then they partnered me like a day after.
Jesus.
Once they have like a view checker thing, so they see like how many views you're getting, and then they let you know if you can get partnered or not. And they're like, okay, you finally hit the threshold that we want, so here's a contract. And then I did an e-signature, which I think is really cool, and then that was that. And I didn't even read the contract because I read that the term was 1 year. So I mean, I don't really need to read a contract if I'm going to be locked into it for a year. Like that's just.
I mean, obviously we can't really discuss contracts, neither I or you, so we can't really do that. But that's weird. So you got the 1 year, I got 3 years. So that's weird. But in any case, so are you? What kind of? Well, I shouldn't really be asking your contract, but basically, are you free to do what you want? What kind of like creative control do you have on your actual content? Are you happy with RPM basically?
They haven't told me to do anything. They just kind of let me do my thing. So I have 100% creative control and everything. I get newsletter emails telling me like what the new thing is like this month or whatever. Or interesting tips on how to boost your views, like how to tag and stuff. So it's all good. I mean, I don't really have much to say about them because like the ideal network would be one that lets you do your thing and doesn't really do anything.
That's for sure. There's a lot of other networks that people need to look out for. Like I know John was already spoke about this. How like people were trying to get him, but when he read the contract, it was like, fuck that. I can't. I don't really. He doesn't have really that much of a creative control. So it kind of helps to read the contract, or you could just be Adam and say, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean it's a year. I'll see what happens.
um, but yeah, in any case, so overall though, have you worked with anybody with RPM, or you just been associated with yourself with whoever the fuck comes?
I mean, I know some people from RPM, but like I don't know, like it seems like most small channels like around my size and around your size are partnered with RPM, but it's like I don't really care if you're partnered with RPM. I'll talk to you if I like you or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
I don't. Nobody like super close. Like Anthony is not partnered, and Nate just rage quitted YouTube, so he's not. He's obviously not partnered.
Yeah. Which everyone, my voice just cracked. Excuse me. Everybody has their own reasons for what they, I guess, do on YouTube, but this is obviously going to be about you. So what is it? What kind of content that you, I guess you could say, first imagine yourself doing? Like I know currently, you're doing the Nuzlocke stuff. You're doing the 3-day challenge, or not 3-day challenge, the 3 heart challenge on Ocarina of Time. And I'll discuss a little bit more with Lambent about you later on. But why is it that what is the ideal things that you want to have on your channel?
I don't know. I only do like let's play type of videos to entertain, and I've kind of ran into a situation where I want to expand and do other gameplay videos, like discussion videos and stuff, and like commentary type of videos. I don't know. I don't want to, like, if I'm still doing this for like 2 more years and I'm still exclusively doing let's plays, I'd probably be pretty disappointed in myself. But yeah, I just want to do whatever I can to entertain people. Like that's just the main goal, is to make people laugh or whatever. But yeah, like I don't know, probably someone listening to this is like, what the fuck is this guy? He's not even entertaining right now. But anyway, I don't know. I just want to entertain people, and yeah, I do that right now through Let's Plays, but I'm gonna be expanding probably in the next year, and I'm revamping the way that I do all of my Let's Plays to be a lot more entertainment driven than Let's Play game blind, because that's just not fun anymore for me.
There's a few things I want to just mention, but the first one being that, if anyone thinks that you aren't entertaining or whatever, I just want the person, I just want, at least for people that are from my subscriber fan base, you guys know that I only bring people that I actually feel that I can do quality videos on YouTube. I wouldn't have a poor fucking schmuck who like is.
I mean, you had Anthony on, so you can't get much lower than that.
Fair point. Anthony does suck dick. But no. But again, just I guess just to speak for you, I personally love your content. At first, again, like I said, I thought you were a cocky motherfucker, so I was like, man, fuck this guy. But then later on, you do a little bit of research, you watch, Gamer Talk Live, and it's like, nah, this guy just has fun. So eventually, I was like, all right, this guy's cool. I'll give him a chance. And then, started watching your Ocarina of Time Let's Play, which I fucking love, and I'm waiting for the next episode.
Yeah, it should be up soon, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, with most guests, we don't really fuck around. Really, what I do here with the podcast, whenever I have guests on, we actually talk about some serious shit. So if anyone that's listening is like, why isn't Adam funny? It's like, well, fucking, I'm not, sizing him up to that. Unless you want to just be racist and shit, go ahead, by all means.
No, I wouldn't do that on your video. Then I'm a liability. I only do that on my own terms, and even then, it's just kind of a, I don't know. The internet's so much more politically correct than like TV and everything.
Which is weird.
Like fucking, there can be like Dave Chappelle and Carlos Mencia, but then online, if you make like one fucking joke that involves a race, it's like the worst thing in the world. So I don't understand it.
No one should listen to our League of Legends conversations then if that's the case.
Yeah, I'd probably get in trouble if I had like a huge fan base. But pretty much everyone who watches me now, it seems like they don't get offended by anything, and that's my favorite type of people, are people who don't take offense. Like they don't take everything personally.
Yeah. I mean, it also has to do, at least with your fan base. So what I feel is that, if the people that are going to be subscribed to you or Cyber Demons like that, it's like, they obviously know what kind of humor that you guys have, unless they're like blind viewers. It's like, okay, I don't know the the humor, whatever the fuck, but people know what to expect, I guess, from you guys. So it's kind of like, if you're not what they expect, it's kind of weird, which is probably what I'm going to assume a lot of people are going to be thinking when this goes up. But in any case, yeah. So moving on, as I was saying, So then what? So as far as branching out, like it's funny how you, Nay, and even myself and all these and all of us, it's like right around the same time we're all trying to do different things to kind of branch out. I guess from just the casual Let's Play stuff, because I know that Nate, I guess, wasn't happy with his Let's Play viewership. I don't know how you feel about your viewership or what have you, but um,
Uh, I don't know. I would say for my first year on YouTube, I got like no views on any. Like I got like the random numbers, but you
mhm,
never like saw anyone commenting or liking a video. And
mhm,
then this summer, actually, it was like kind of mind boggling because right around when I hit like the 100 sub mark, I was getting people like every time I would upload a new Fallout video or whatever, it was all like there was like 5 comments within like 5 hours, and that was fucking insane. But I mean, like, I would say I like it when people are like, wow, you're like, basically what I feel like you're supposed to do on YouTube is
mhm,
you find what people like and then you keep doing it until they don't like it anymore. But I'm finding that I want to do more in order to appeal to more people.
mhm, mhm. Um,
Because yeah, like
I didn't know that you did Fallout 3 videos or Fallout videos. Now I'm gonna go watch them because I
yeah.
myself is a huge fan of that series. So fucking a.
Oh well, I'm playing Fallout 3 for the first time. I upload it like
Oh
once
wow.
every week at this point because I'm kind of running into like a wall as far as like being pissed off and annoyed at the game. But yeah, I'm doing the Tale of Two Wastelands mod, which combines Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and
Oh wow.
I just finished the Broken Steel DLC. And basically, I'm the only person who has a playthrough going of that, and it's still active. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like that's like why I think a lot of people came to my channel. But I mean, it's like I don't know. I feel with Let's Plays, it's like the slowest form of growth that you can imagine. So I'm kind of
Hmm.
just trying to branch out and have videos that are more shareable
Hmm.
and like, cause I don't know, when you upload like, okay, part 15 of Pokemon, it's like you can't really share that because you need context. So I'm trying to make I will be trying to make videos that are a bit more
Yeah.
like they have a bit more chance of like being posted on Twitter and people being like, oh wow, this guy's fucking cool, subscribe.
I mean, I guess we might as well bring it up. Like Lambent, which people don't know is this podcast that Lambert does every week. Um,
Yeah.
I think it's something that it just depends on what kind of content you have. So, for example, again, with the Fallout 3 stuff that you do, or the Fallout playthrough, I guess that you do, the combination of both.
Yeah.
There's obviously a big fan base of that series, and obviously it's like, oh, this guy's doing it. Okay, I might as well just watch this. Um, Again, with the Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge, I think a lot of people are doing a lot of Nuzlocke challenges right now, at least more often because of Pokemon Y and shit. But
Yeah.
um, and then obviously Ocarina of Time, just the fan base itself from that game and just the series, let alone that's gonna drag attention. Um,
Yeah.
but what I wanted to ask is why is it that you I guess decided to do a weekly podcast, Lambicast? Is it just
Um
because there's a lot of things in your mind that you feel like you might as well just talk about it in a 30 to 1 hour whatever limit episode, or what's up?
Basically what happened was is back in the day of spring of 2012,
Okay.
wait, 2013, no, it was 2013, it was this year, fuck that.
Damn son.
Yeah, it's spring of this year, and I did update videos every week, just saying like what's going on and stuff.
Hmm.
And I started like some people watched them and were like these are cool or whatever, and then I was like I should just expand this to an hour and call it a podcast.
Hmm.
And so yeah, it just goes through the same formula of talking about what's going on with my channel, and then what I want to do or like what's on my mind for like an hour. And I the amount of people that actually listen to the whole thing boggles my mind a bit.
Hmm.
But it's like I don't know. I enjoy doing it because it's kind of just like my hour to vent, so it doesn't really carry over to any of my other videos. Like if I'm
Yeah.
pissed off about anything, I can just talk about it there. And yeah, it's just I feel like it's important in order to like create like a good viewer base. You should try and be personal a lot. So like that's why doing that rather than playing a game, I'm just talking,
Yeah.
and therefore people feel like they have more of a connection to me, which like makes loyalty and stuff.
I mean, it's interesting. Just to go back some, you brought up how Anthony is like, oh, well, you brought up how like, how you were getting viewership, but nobody was really commenting. It's funny that how in Anthony's case, it's kind of how he was going up until recently. How he has the past 500 subscriber mark,
Yeah.
400 mark. Well, actually, yeah, 500, and he gets all these views in his Pokemon Let's Play. And even the the little intros of the wrestling stuff, which we'll get into later on.
Yeah.
And yet he doesn't get a lot of comments. And then you go on the flip side with someone like me, who maybe gets an average of 20 to 30, depending who's on, a lot more viewership. And then I have all these people that comment just because for you people, for the pleasers that are listening, you guys found something to connect with me, and if I could jerk all of you guys off, I would, but that's too much dicks. But in any case, it's so weird just to see how YouTube works out and everything. Like, obviously, like you said already to me before, that you're more popular, or people really know who you are in the Ramborgian community.
Yeah.
And you've made friends with that community, myself, Cyberdemon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Uh-huh.
But what do you feel that, I guess you could say, that's maybe like if you're gonna be a critic of your own stuff, what would you criticize yourself? Like, what do you like that you wish you had, or that you need to improve on?
I would say consistency is a huge problem. It hasn't. I don't know. It's like, if I always thought that my work ethic would be fixed whenever I had feedback. Like when I first started doing this, I would like go days in between videos because there was like nobody who's gonna watch them, and I always thought that when I had comments and stuff, and I had people telling me I'm doing a good job or whatever, it would compel me to do more videos and stuff like that. But it really hasn't happened that way, and I strive for daily uploads, but that doesn't always happen. Like, I feel like anyone who watches me should be promised, I guess, like at least a half hour of content a day, and that doesn't always happen. Like, it's getting better, but I would say consistency is the worst part of my channel. And I don't know, like, I feel like as a personality and like the way that I talk in my videos, like, I've came a long way, because if you watch some of my first videos, they're pretty bad and I've grown a lot in that aspect. So I would probably just say it's like consistency, and then like technically speaking, like all my shit is not top of the line, but it's good enough.
Yeah, so, it's a lot better than someone who grabs the camera and then just says, all right, let's just hit record and just play a fucking video game.
Yeah.
At least you have editing software, a microphone that sounds pretty good, even though your voice fucking ruins it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, damn.
That's fine.
I take time out of my day to come on this peasant podcast, and I get this shit. No, I'm kidding.
No, we joke.
I don't get paid enough for this.
You don't even get paid at all.
Yeah, you should start paying people.
For what? Fuck you.
For gracing you with my presence. That's what.
I'm gonna pay other people just to grace you for your presence.
Yeah. Sounds fair to me.
It sounds very fair, actually. Yeah. In any case, yeah. So you're trying to branch out with the Let's Play. Currently, Lambent has it on there. If someone were to ask you, because this is something that I've run into a problem with, what is your podcast about? What is Lambent about? The general description that you would give about it.
It's basically a weekly update and then some rambling thrown in there. I would say that's the best way of saying it, because it's basically it's centric around me. Like, the original plan was me talking about myself at the beginning, and then me talking about like a topic later on, but that never happened, because I've noticed that there are a lot of topics out there that a lot of other people are passionate about, but I just don't give a fuck about. Like, there's this like stigma, I guess, about me and the way that I carry myself, that I'm indifferent towards everything, and the things I'm passionate about, I'm extremely passionate about, and that's the same way that I am with, like, I don't know, I would say that's pretty spot on, because I don't let myself get passionate about things that are dumb. So,
okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a topic discussion or like gaming news discussion or something like that after I get done updating about my channel, but it's kind of just turned into like me just talking and then rambling about something, or I don't know, like the weekly update part. It's probably, yeah, the best way to describe it is just a very long weekly update.
All right, right on. So, all right, we've already mentioned what you do on your channel. I guess the more notable things. We've also discussed Lambent. We will also get into how you're now. This is just recent. How you're now the new co-host of Gamer Talk Live. And for people that don't know what Gamer Talk Live is, it's basically a podcast that originally was Nate, otherwise known as Kane Bringing the Game, formerly known as Kane Bringing the Pain, and
Yeah.
Amzaf
Who
Getting
knows
Mad.
where it's going now?
Yeah, who knows where it's going now? And you recently now have been announced officially that you are now a official co-host of that podcast.
Yeah. It's
Which,
pretty cool.
yay, what you do? You're now got much more swag. But so how is it that, how did this come about for, I guess, for people that we're actually curious, like how is it that Nate or Anthony, or if it was just you saying, yeah, let me do this, and it's like, all right, cool, whatever. How did basically did that come about?
Okay, well, basically what happened is well, the main thing is that they felt like they needed someone else, like a third person.
Mm-hmm.
At least Nate did. I don't know. I talked to Nate about it first, and then I still haven't really talked about Anthony about his opinion on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems like he's cool with it. Like I'm sure he likes me being there and stuff. But anyway,
You better.
yeah, I was just talking to Nate, and this past Gamer Talk Live, he's like, there's gonna be a huge announcement or whatever, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is the announcement? And he wouldn't tell me, and so I was like, okay, and then he finally just came to me. I guess he wanted to do something where people would compete for the third role or whatever, but he decided against it, and he just decided that I'd be the best. So he just talked to me, and he was like, we kind of need a third person. You're there every week anyway. You're the only person who really disagrees a lot, and yeah, you'd probably be a good addition. Because, like, yeah, I'm the only one who really has an like a different perspective, I guess. Because they're like, I represent the new school and they represent the old school basically, and since they're so like they're very similar in the way that they think.
Yeah.
It's like everything that they always talk about, they're constantly agreeing, and when there isn't like any tension, you lose a lot of entertainment value. So yeah, that's where I come in, and I don't know, like I think we're gonna, like, I don't even know what's happening right now because fucking Nate just rage quitted the internet, it seems. So, like, I don't know what he's planning on doing with Gamer Talk Live, but hypothetically speaking, if it still continues, then I will be the third person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I could just say real quick before we move on, it's interesting that you're an 18-year-old guy. You've been trying to do what the fuck? Yeah, you've been trying to do this since since you were, I guess you could say, 17. And I understand that there's a certain stigma that's already pretensed on you, like, oh, he's a dickhead, he's cocky, he does this and that.
Yeah, it's funny.
But, for just talking to you for 40 minutes right now. I guess I don't know how long this is going to be, but yeah. Also talking to you before, when we just played League of Legends. I gotta say that you are, how do I put this? You're a unique individual. You have all these characteristics. You carry yourself well. When you want to be serious, you can. And obviously, like you said, you're very passionate in your Lambent cast. It's more personal than what you could find in your actual Let's Plays, which sometimes you can do it kind of personal.
Yeah.
Your cats and your dog.
Yeah, fucking animals.
But yeah, I gotta say that just coming from me, even though I am 18, for an 18-year-old, for someone that has a, I guess you could say, negative stigma, I guess you could say, it's pretty interesting that you actually have there's this other whole side of you that isn't that, and I think people should. I think it's cool that today you're here with me recording this. Later I'm going to play League, but today we're recording this, and I guess people can see a different side of you that I personally like and enjoy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all humans. Like with YouTubers, or just, I guess, this thing that people have with YouTubers, it's like, oh, they're so cool, or they're whatever the fuck. It's like, at the end of the day, we're all just individuals, just us having fun. We're no different from anyone else besides the fact that we record stuff and we, I guess, live on the internet in a sense.
Yep.
But just for like, from me to you, I really like how you carry yourself. I like your personality. I think the whole setup you have of yourself is pretty good, and you are an entertaining individual. I don't know if anyone's going to disagree, which probably they are. But yeah, I've had a pretty interesting few days with you, in a non-homoerotic kind of way. But
Yeah.
in the end of the day, just for me, for Anthony, for Mark, anyone else, again, I wouldn't have you on here if I didn't think that you'll have a certain factor that I think that you would actually, do well on YouTube. I really do think that one day you will reach the spot that you wish to have, and have the content that you wish to have. If you don't, I'm gonna fucking make fun of you because of it. And
Oh man.
I'll throw all my origins at you.
Oh shit. You need to sell those in order to get by, sir.
I can't, man. Lee doesn't have that option, dude. I can't sell it. I can't. I'll be making bank, dude. Honestly, 10 cents each. Yeah, I really hope that people do check out your channel. Just from listening to us, I don't know what else we can really discuss. Just that Gamer Talk Live is now under the place where they can find you. And I understand that with Gamer Talk Live in the decision to have another individual. Even more so because Anthony's gonna have a kid and stuff. Which if Anthony, you didn't want me to discuss that, fuck you. But I think it will help out, and I think people, if they are curious and they like you for just being on here, I think people should check out not only your channel, but the weekly, which is like on every Saturday, Gamer Talk Live from now on, and even catch up on the older ones because Nate and Anthony do a good job. Not really, but
I mean, it's all right. I'll be there to whip them into shape, though.
So you're there to make it better, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate goal. Just trying to make it better because I feel like they need some work. Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's just me because I'm critical of everything. I'm not someone who gets content over things. Mm-hmm. Like if I had like 100,000 people watching this right now, I'd still be extremely critical of myself.
Yeah, of course. Anything else?
I don't know. Find me on youtube.com/ or whatever. Just look in the description. I don't feel like saying my link.
I didn't mean that. I thought you were gonna.
Oh, I thought you were cutting me off. And
no. I thought you had more to say.
Nah.
But yeah, I guess it's really all that we're gonna be able to discuss. I understand that right now we're gonna be playing some League. I hope. But yes. I guess we might as well just finish it off. For anyone that wants to find you, where can they find you, Lambent?
Twitter.com/Senior Lambent, YouTube.com/L Lambent, but with the 3. It's complicated. Just look in the description if you're gonna link that.
For sure.
And Twitch.tv/Lambent.
Is there anything for anyone that's listening that came here just for you? Is there anything else that you would want to tell them?
Check me out on all of those places I just said, and support me so I can live and flourish like a great butterfly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I want you hard.
Wow. Fucking okay. Just throw yourself out there on my fucking podcast. Great. Whatever.
I mean, I'm being honest. I want everyone who watches this to check me out. So, and I will reward you with something. I don't know. We'll see.
If anything,
we'll work something out.
Fuck that. If anything, how you reward them by putting up your amazing content. Because, like I said already, you're already an entertainer, on and off YouTube. You put a lot of work into your videos, so that's the reward. They're gonna watch your fucking videos, fucking laugh, and have a smile. God damn it.
Yeah, I hope to tickle your fancies. There we go.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking us out. This is episode 37 of the podcast, as fucking Adam just said.
Hell yeah.
I hope you guys do check out his channel and subscribe to him. This guy does a lot of great stuff, especially Lambent Cast. If you want to hear him, just rant off for a good hour of him bitching about whatever the fuck he decides to bitch about.
Yay.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to catch you guys later. For Lambent and I, get the fuck out of here and have a nice day.